King Lear, Act 1. King Lear begins as the Earl of Gloucester introduces his illegitimate son Edmund to the Earl of Kent. Lear, King of Britain, enters with his court. Now that he is an old man, Lear has decided to divide his kingdom between his 3 daughters.
Give me the map there. Now, we have divided in 3 our kingdom. It is our fast intent to shake all cares of business from our age, conferring them on younger strength. Cornwall, and you are no less loving son of Albany, we have this hour a present will to publish our daughters' several dowers, that future strife may be prevented now. Tell me, my daughters, which of you shall we say doth love us most, that we our largest bounty may extend where nature doth with merit challenge?
The division will depend on the quality of each princess's declarations of love for her father before the court. Goneril, Duchess of Albany, and Regan, Duchess of Cornwall, both speak enthusiastically and earn their father's praise. But Cordelia, the youngest, says nothing because she cannot voice her deep love for Lear.
Speak!
Nothing, my lord.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing will come of nothing.
Misunderstanding his daughter, Lear disowns and banishes her from the kingdom. He also banishes the Earl of Kent, who had taken Cordelia's side against the king. This action by the king divides the kingdom, both figuratively and literally.
Who's that parts with it?
I, my good lord.
So young, so untender.
So young, my lord, and true.
Let it be so. Thy truth then be thy dower. Here I disclaim all my paternal care, propinquity and property of blood. But as a stranger to my heart and thee, hold thee from this forever.
Cordelia's suitor, the Duke of Burgundy, rejects her once she is dowerless. But the King of France values her honesty and takes her as his wife. Lear's kingdom is shared between Goneril and Regan and their suitors, the Dukes of Albany and Cornwall respectively. Lear plans to alternate living with each of them.
I am sorry then you have so lost a father, that you must lose a husband.
Fairest Cordelia, that art most rich being poor, most choice forsaken, and most loved despised. Thee and thy virtues here I seize upon. Not all the dukes of waterish Burgundy can buy this unprized, precious maid of me. Bid them farewell, Cordelia. Though yet unkind, thou losest here a better where to find. Thou hast her, France. Let her be thine. For we have no such daughter, nor shall ever look upon that face of hers again. Ever be gone without our grace, our love, our benison.
Sister, it is not a little I have to say of what most nearly appertains to us both. I think our father will hence tonight. That's certain. And with you. Next month, with us.
Act 2. Meanwhile, Edmund is determined to be recognised as a rightful son of Gloucester. By a trick, he persuades his father that his legitimate brother Edgar is plotting against Gloucester's life.
Dinner! Ho! Dinner! Where's my name? My fool! Who am I, sir?
My lady's father.
Lord, leave your horse and car!
I'll not be strucken, my lord. Nor tripped either, you base foot.
Here's Ernest to my service.
Warned by Edmund that his life is in danger, Edgar flees and takes the disguise of a bedlam beggar.
I had 2 coxcombs and 2 daughters.
Why, my boy?
I gave them all my living. I keep my coxcombs myself. There's mine.
What?
Such a husband. Kendall, he must be whipped out. Sit down. I teach thee a speech. Oh, mark it, Nanko. Have more than thou showest. Speak less than thou knowest. Lend less than thou owest. No more than thou throwest. Be thy drink and thy whore, and keep in a door, and thou shalt have more than 2 tens to a score.
This is nothing, fool.
Thou gavest me nothing for it. Didst thou make no use of nothing, Nanko?
I know, boy, nothing can be made out of nothing.
Edmund becomes a courtier to Goneril. Goneril, meanwhile, grows increasingly exasperated by the behaviour of Lear's 100 companions, who are upsetting her life at Albany's castle, and she criticises her father.
This your all licensed fool, but others of your insolent retinue do hourly cough and quarrel. I thought by making this well known unto you to have found a safe redress, but now grow fearful that you protect this course, which if you should, the fault would not escape censure.
Are you our daughter?
You know, Nanko, the head sparrow fed the cuckoo so long, it had its head bitten off by its young. So out went the candle, and we were left darkly.
Would you would make use of your good wisdom and set aside these dispositions?
Oh, may not an ass know when the calf draws the horse.
What should I not do?
They here know me.
You, sir, more knave than fool, after your father.
Lear! Hurry and take the fool with you! The fox, when he caught her, and such a daughter, would shorter the slaughter! It might have to die a halter! So the fool follows after.
Kent has returned from exile in disguise and wins a place as a servant to Lear.
And now, Oswald, what have you writ that letter to my sister?
Aye, madam.
Take you some company and await a horse. Inform her full of my particular fear, and thereto add such reasons of your own that may compact it more. Ere long, you are like to hear, if you dare venture on your own behalf, a mistress's command. This kiss of it dare speak would stretch thy spirits up into the air. Conceive, and fare thee well.
Kent accompanies Lear when, in a rage against her criticism, he curses Goneril and leaves.
Let me not be mad. Sweet heaven, keep me in temper. I would not be mad.
Lear goes, unannounced, to live with Regan and Cornwall, who, it turns out, have gone out to visit Gloucester. When Lear arrives at Gloucester's house to find Regan, she spurns him and his followers, namely his devoted companion, the Fool.
Fetch forth the stocks. We'll teach you.
Sir, I serve the king, on whose employment I was sent to you. You shall do small service against the grace and person of my master, stalking his messenger.
As I have life and honor, there shall he sit till
His mother swells up toward my heart. Staring the patio, down the climbing snow, my eminence below. Who put my man in the stocks? Who put him there?
What trumpet's that?
I know it's my sister.
Thou art my flesh, my blood, my daughter. Rather a disease than in my flesh, which I must needs call mine. Thou art a boil, a plague sore, an embossed carbuncle in my corrupted blood. No, you unnatural hags! I will have such revenges on you both that all the world shall... I will do such things! What they are yet I know not, but they shall be the terrors of the earth! You think I'll weep? No, I'll not weep. I have hope. His heart shall break into 100,000 forever.
Act 3. Despairing for his daughters and deeply regretting rejecting Cordelia, Lear goes mad at the height of a great storm.
very wanderers of the dark and make them keep their cage.
Let the great gods that keep this dreadful power on our heads find out their enemies now. Remove our restlessness in the undivulged crimes unwhipped of justice. Hide thee, thou bloody hand. Thou perjured and thou simular of virtue, that art incestuous, through pent-up guilt, rive your concealing countenance, and cry these dreadful summoners, grace! I am a man who sin declares.
Hard by here in the hovel. Some friendship will lend you there against the tempest. Repose you there.
Oh, don't worry. One part in my heart. Solid.
He that has and the little tiny wing, with hazel, the wind and the rain,
He and the fool run wild on the heath until Gloucester takes them into a hut for shelter. He then seeks the aid of Kent to get them away to the coast, where Cordelia has landed with the French army to fight for her father against her sisters and their husbands.
While Roland to the dark tower came, his word was still, I smell the blood of a British man.
Meanwhile, Edmund is employed as a messenger between the sisters and is courted by each in turn. He persuades Cornwall that Gloucester, his father, is an enemy because he has been in touch with France and helped Lear, and when they are turned away by Regan.
Your graces, good my friends, consider. Do me no foul play, friends. Seize him!
Where hast thou sent the king?
To Dover.
Wherefore to Dover wast thou not charged in peril?
Wherefore to Dover? Let him answer.
I am tied to stake and I must stand across.
Wherefore to Dover?
Because I would not see thy cruel nails pluck out his poor old eyes.
Fine practice, courtier!
As punishment for Gloucester's seeming betrayal, Cornwall and Regan pluck out his eyes and abandon him. During the act of blinding Gloucester, a servant stabs Cornwall, who dies, but Regan continues to rule with Edmund's help.
one side will mock another. Another too.
If you see vengeance, hold your hand, my lord. I have served ever since I was a child. What better service have I ever done? And now to bid you home.
Now you jump.
Bella, stay then, come on, and see the sense of anger.
Stand up. Oh.
Stand. Now you have one eye left, my lord, to see some mischief on him.
See it, shalt thou never.
Out, foul jelly. Where is thy luster now?
Shut him out at gate. How is my lord her looking?
I've received a hurt. Turn out that eyeless villain. Throw that slave on the dunghill.
Regan, I bleed apace. Untimely comes this wound. Give me your arm.
Cornwall, shit out of luck, dies. Act 4. Out in the storm, Lear finds shelter where Edgar has also taken refuge, still disguised as the beggar. The fool, the mad king, and the disguised, insane beggar become unlikely companions before they are separated. Edgar finds Gloucester wandering the heath alone and in agony. Since his father is blind, Edgar leads the despairing man to the coast and helps him along the journey to come to an acceptance of his life.
Every inch of king. When I do stare, see how the subject breaks. My heart and life. What is thy cause? Thou shalt not die for adultery. The wren goes to it, and the small gilded fly does lecher in my sight.
Gloucester later meets the mad Lear on Dover Beach near Cordelia's camp. With Kent's aid, Lear is rescued and reunited with Cordelia. Gloucester, now reunited with Edgar, dies quietly alone.
How fares your majesty?
You do me wrong. To take me out of the grave. You are a soul in bliss. But I am bound upon a wheel of fire. That mine own tears do scald like molten lead.
Act 5. The French forces are overcome by Albany's army led by Edmund, and Lear and Cordelia are captured.
Come officers, take them away!
Goneril has already poisoned Regan in their jealous rivalry over Edmund's attention. Edgar, disguised now as a loyal knight, challenges Edmund to a duel and wounds him mortally.
Affectionate servant. Goneril!
I pant for life. What good I mean to do despite of mine own nature? My writ is on the life of Lear and on Cordelia. Quickly, send him be brave in it. Nay, send in time.
Hasten for thy life.
He hath commission from my wife and me to hang Cordelia and to lay the blame upon her own despair that she fordid herself.
And the dying Edmund confesses his misdeeds and releases Cordelia. However, it is too late to save Cordelia from the hangman.
Had I your tongues and eyes, I'd use them so that heaven's vault should crack. She's dead! She's dead! I know when one is dead and when one lives. She's dead as earth. Cordelia! Cordelia, stay a little. What does that say? Huh? Her voice was ever soft, gentle, and low. An excellent thing in woman. I killed the slave that was hanging thee. True, my lord. He did I not, Phil? I have seen the day with my blood-biting force when I would have made them skip. Never!